All right, let's get things started. Once again, if you're on YouTube and you can see me in my car window, you know I am not AI. Let's lock this car door. Okay, guys, welcome to speaking Smashinese. And maybe I shouldn't do my intro until I walk across the street. Safety first, as always. Okay. Let's rewind. Welcome to Speaking Smashinese. And just so you know, if you're new, Smashinese is a term I created in college that simply means the language of love making, the language of making out, or the language of intimacy. College is obviously the place where many people begin to experiment and find themselves sexually. And I was no exception. I also want to add that if you are listening on an audio podcast, I am actually walking or exercising right now. What do I mean by right now? Right now, in real time, as I am recording this podcast. I guess you can consider me your free walking buddy who loves to talk about relationships and family life, and self-improvement, and personal finance, and all of that good stuff. Please consider walking with me while you are listening, because the fitness aspect of this podcast just might be the most important part. I'm about to tackle my first hill, guys, in a 30-pound vest. So yes, I'm already gasping for air. Today, we will be talking about the art of giving gifts in relationships. Okay? This is Friday. This is our second Friday, so I guess it's an anniversary of sorts. And on Fridays, I try to respond to letters or emails from you guys. And see if I can make an episode out of it. And I did get a letter. I don't say any names or anything like that. But from that email, we got the art of giving gifts in relationships. All right? I think it was Tuesday. This past Tuesday, I received an email that simply said, hey. Yeah, it said, hey. I love my husband dearly, and we've been married for 19 years. We have 2 beautiful children together. And he truly is the love of my life. But every year, I'm never prepared for Christmas. It sneaks up on me, and I end up stressed or feeling like I didn't do enough. I usually have about $240 left over each month after bills. Can you help me come up with a saving strategy so I can do something really special for him next year? He is turning 44 years old, and I just want to get it right for once. End of email. Okay. I need everyone to listen closely because check my POV. This right here, what I just read, it sounds like a money problem, but actually it is a timing and intention problem. And I got to do this, okay? I want to say something first. I have to say something first. I must say something first before I even get into my response. To the man, I don't know if you guys are walking together with me and the rest of the speaking Smashinese community, but to the man who is in a relationship with this woman, you are already winning, sir. I'm sure you're the envy of your friends, your co-workers, and your gym buddies. Let me cross the street, guys, before I complete my thought. And to my audio podcast friends, this is what it's like recording in real time in the streets. At any rate, the fact that any woman or man, for that matter, is thinking about this far in advance. I'm recording this episode in April of 2026, guys. And when you talk about intention, which I'll touch on more, 7-8 months out, you have to respect that person. We know how she feels about this man, because the fact that she's this far out from Christmas, it is not even legit summer. It's not even legit hot yet. And she's asking about this now. That tells me, when somebody is like this, that tells me that their partner, and in this case, her partner, is already winning. Even if they never get another Christmas gift again in life from their partner. Okay? Keep that in mind. There's a message in me making a big deal out of her thinking about this man this far out, this far ahead of Christmas. And to the young lady that emailed me, okay? You are not falling short. All right? I edited down her email for the purpose of the podcast. But in the email, guys, it was quite lengthy. She was really beating herself up. So she genuinely feels bad that she feels she just hasn't nailed it yet. She hasn't gotten it right just yet. I want to say to you, young lady, you've just been not falling short, okay? You're not dropping the ball. You're not fumbling. You've just been reacting to Christmas instead of preparing for it. And we all, I admit it, okay? We all have been guilty of that because life is demanding and life is hard and Christmas is all the way in December, right? So we typically are not thinking about that earlier in the year, especially since in this society we celebrate birthdays, and Mother's Day, and Father's Day, and Valentine. The list goes on and on. But for the young lady that asked the question, what I want you to know is that preparation changes everything. Now, before I keep talking, I want everyone to understand that I am not a financial planner or CPA. So let me get the legal stuff out of the way first. And you can extrapolate and apply this to anything that happens or that I say on this podcast. All right? Nothing is to be taken as medical advice or financial advice or anything like that. Okay? I am just some out of breath, literally, right? I'm just some out of breath guy on a podcast offering a solution for this young lady to consider. With that said, I believe this strategy is simple, sustainable, and I'm sure you guys will consider it to be realistic as well if we're considering the information that she's given us to this point. Now, mystery young lady who sent me the message. You said you have about $240 a month left over after you take care of everything else you have to take care of. We're not using all of that because you need something left over for you and your kids. Okay? So, even if that's already part of your obligations or your bills or whatever you're already using your money for, I still think you can be that superstar gift giver for Christmas for your husband and still put even a few more dollars away or invest a few more dollars into the future for yourself and your family. Okay? We're going to use around $40 to $60 a month. I think that's a pretty good amount. For the purpose of this podcast, since we don't know who's listening, and maybe somebody doesn't have $240 a month left over every month, right? So I'm trying to speak to everyone, even as I speak to an individual. Somebody may have $100 left over every month. We're going to use around $40 to $60. We are going to use around $40 to $60. This is all it takes, guys, okay? I suggest the lower amount. I suggested the lower amount since we are talking about a Christmas gift, okay? Now, I'm not dumping on Christmas gifts. I know they can be extremely important, especially to givers like myself. But this has to feel doable. It has to feel repeatable. It has to feel stress-free. And it has to make sense. Okay? It is not necessary to go overboard. So, here's the plan. And if you can, on the day that you decide to walk to this episode, that's when I want you to start. So if you're listening now, I want you to start right now. The earlier you start, the easier this becomes. Let's say you start now. This is April. So you have 7 to 8 months before Christmas. Okay? Now, I don't know your husband, so I will not even begin to start telling you how to spend the money or what gifts to give. What I will do, though, is give everyone walking with me today the psychology of getting gift giving right. And we'll get into that after my first set of push-ups. Okay? And I know it gets redundant, guys, but I never know when somebody's going to join us. We're walking together. What I need for you to do when I stop and do something else that's beneficial to your body and your overall inner peace. I'm doing push-ups. You can do push-ups. You can do jumping jacks. You can do burpees. You can do step-ups on a curb. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so I modify the height and I do a little less than I did yesterday, which I believe was 200. And yes, I post daily, guys. Okay? As long as I have the strength to do so, because I should be walking daily, because I have some things to fix as well. Now, let's get really into our subject matter for the day. Most people think gifts are about money or surprise or timing, right? And what I mean by timing is you think it's about the moment, okay? Or the event or the occasion. So you try to do something. You're trying to get the gift right at that time. None of these things are what gifts are about. Take notes, please. All right? Here it is. In a sentence, from a psychological point of view, right? Or the point of view of a psychologist. Gifts are about recognition. That's it. Now, this is a massive topic. You'll find thousands and thousands and thousands of articles and blog and social media posts, okay? You'll find tons of things, but it can be simplified into that simple sentence. Gifts are about recognition. Okay, coach, so what does a truly great gift actually say? A powerful gift communicates, I've been paying attention to who you are. Think about this statement, chat, because that's it. That's it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Gift giving is not about spending a lot. Gift giving is not about being a good guesser, but it's you saying to your partner, you know, I see you in your normal life. I see you. And I understand. I really love this stuff. Think about that. Okay? I see you in your normal life. And I understand. I want all of you right now, like right now, class, answer this question. Do you know 3 things that your partner actually uses every single day, or almost every single day? If you can't think of anything, allow me to teach you the art of observation, which is a critical relationship skill, by the way. Critical to the individual who wants to be fluent in Smashinese. Okay? Unfortunately, it is a skill that most people lack. Let's just keep it real. And I don't want anybody gloating right now. I don't want anybody pointing fingers right now, because I'm talking about men and women right now. Yep. Right now, I'm talking about men and women. If you want to give incredible gifts, you don't shop better. You don't save more. You don't save earlier. You observe better. Okay? Remember, I said incredible gifts. You have to be observant, guys. You have to pay attention to your partner. You have to listen. I hear on podcasts, on social media, communicate. I do not hear enough people reminding people that listening is the most important part of communication. Did you ever think about it like that? Or you thought communication was just talking, right? You have to start noticing what your partner complains about. Listen for things like, man, I need a new... Did y'all catch that? What did I just say? Okay. Some of you got it. You need to listen for things like, oh, man, this thing is annoying. Every time I try to, it never works. Right? Pay attention to the things your partner uses on a daily basis. And don't just think about products. Let me repeat that. Do not just think about products. Also, think about their routines, their job, their hobbies, their goals, their aspirations, their interests. This is non-negotiable. Okay? Observation is so powerful, and it does translate into a beautiful, beautiful, intimate life when you get it right and you're also in a relationship. What does your partner repeat so much? You know this so well. You know that they're going to say this at a certain time, right? Because this thing right here is happening. Okay? When your partner is frustrated with something, if you're an observant person, a lot of times you can finish their sentence. You've been in a situation like that where you are with somebody and you can complete each other's thoughts. You don't have to even talk to each other all the time, okay? You don't have to open your mouths when you're in the presence of other people. You can look at each other and message sent. You simply understand each other. This is a beautiful level of communication. All right? Humans are creatures of habit, and most of us have the same habits, the same items, and the same personal preferences over and over and over again. If you don't recognize certain things about your partner, you're just not being observant enough. Because people don't wake up and change weekly. We don't change monthly. It is not the nature of being human. For myself, I personally like to pay attention to the things my partner avoids buying for herself. Okay? When I'm in a relationship. You know they want that thing, right? But because of either their personality or frugality, right? How they spend money, okay? If you don't know what frugality means, okay, they're very aware and they don't like to waste. So they will justify not purchasing things that they may want, but they're quick to tell themselves, it's not that serious. I don't need that right now. I want it, but I don't need that right now. Okay? And that's typically an unselfish person in that sense. Let me speak to the ladies real quick. Your husband says, man, these stupid headphones are dying. I love these headphones. They're dying already. Or I had them forever. Most people hear that and move on. It goes in one ear and out the other. Yes, you walking with me right now, or at least the new you after this episode, okay? After becoming a more focused member of the speaking Smashinese community, you write it down. You write it down either mentally or you put it in your notes on your smartphone. You write it down because you are aware that this may be a teaching moment for you. That's what will make you memorable. That's what will elevate you above every ex that came before you. And I know that's not a big deal. We're not talking comparisons here. But it will. And don't we all want to be memorable? So, why am I so confident in this strategy? I'll talk about it right after I give you guys another set of push-ups. Here we go. Got a wobbly bench. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 23, 24, and 25. Maybe I will do some box squats. If you don't know what box squats are, guys, that's simply sitting down on something that is about knee height and standing back up. If you're carrying excess weight or you have bad knees, then that thing that you're sitting on does not have to be at knee height. I suggest you sit down on something that's higher, okay? Break the plane of your waist or your hips and ignore people that tell you you're doing something wrong. You're only doing something wrong when you are doing it in a way that you can injure yourself. But you cannot tell a 600-pound person who is doing burpees on a chair that they're doing burpees wrong. Oh, that's not a burpee. This is the problem with the world today, and this is the problem with social media, okay? Modify things so that you can do something, okay? That's all I'm saying. All right? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25. Okay? Let me back up. For people on YouTube, this is about knee height for me. And I was simply sitting down and standing back up. Sometimes I do it quickly. Sometimes I add deliberation and do it slowly and with control. Okay? Okay. So where are we? When someone receives a gift that they actually, good morning, receives a gift that they actually use, guys, their brain registers familiarity, okay? Their brain registers relevance, and the brain registers usefulness, okay? And I won't get into it, but oddly enough, this usefulness one is important because it could overlap, because usefulness could leak into how they feel about you. But that's a story for another day. All right? We have familiarity, we have relevance, and we have usefulness. But as thorough as that seems, there's something deeper than that. There's something called consistency of presence, okay? Which in elementary terms, in simple terms, just means that every time they use that thing, whatever it is, they think, wow, she really, really thought about me when I wasn't around to help her make that decision. Or, for my ladies that are walking with me, he really, really thought about me when I wasn't around. Now, that's the important part, guys. To help him make that decision. Now, a gift is still special. But when you are there to supervise what the gift is going to be, you're going to still love it, right? Somebody is still doing something for you. But it could mean more. Its impact could be more powerful. And it will be more powerful if the new, observant you digs into your own memory banks, into your own heart bank, and retrieves the data that makes you get gift giving right. But let's talk about this just a little bit more. This thing, okay, called consistency of presence. Let's talk a little bit more about that, okay? And let me... How should I put this? This is a rule you should always follow when you are in a relationship. Okay? Let's do that. So instead of spending too much time on a single term, okay, let's go to why that term came up in the first place. You like that? Yes, okay. Because I want to say this in different ways several times to make sure it hits home, all right? Get at least one gift your partner will use either daily or almost daily. It's important. That part is important. Why? Because daily use equals repeated emotional impact. Yeah, you like that, don't you? And repeated emotional impact. You ready for this? You ready? Stop playing with me, guys. Repeated emotional contact equals stronger connection. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, it's okay. It's okay. Hugs are welcome. High fives are welcome. Fist bumps are welcome. I know that one resonated with a lot of you. I just want you to put some genuine thought into it. Okay? Like, excuse me. Instead of buying some random gift set in Target, Walmart, or on Amazon, or some other generic item that you probably, let's be honest, let's keep it real, we're talking about Christmas, you probably purchased at the last minute. If you're guilty, just smile, okay? I can't see you, but I can feel that smile. Yes, I can. Think about it. Maybe you give them an upgraded wallet, but you wouldn't even know that they needed a wallet or what they even like or what they've been talking about that they saw on Kickstarter or Indiegogo or some other platform, right? You wouldn't even know if you're not observant. So all of these things tie together. Maybe you go for, I don't know, guys, a highly rated premium water bottle for the gym, or another sport that they play. Maybe it's a new running shoes, something for their bike, golf club, some new type of ball that will guarantee you. Hold on, guys. Helicopters over me. Maybe they're the handyman type, right? Do you listen about their tools? Are there new things, laser measurer, or I don't know, okay? I'm not an expert in all things, but I believe we should at least try to observe so that we can become semi-experts or pseudo-experts in the things that our partner truly values, okay? And I'm saying it like that because you will not know everything about your partner, nor should you, probably. Many people and psychologists would argue that. Okay. Let me cross the street before I finish my thought. All right. Every single day, remember that. Whether you're with your partner or not, you become part of their routine if you nail this gift giving thing. I assure you, they will think about you when you are not with them. And for those of you who have been in a relationship for a long time, what do I say to you on top of what we've talked about today? Your partner doesn't need a surprise. Your partner doesn't need flashiness or something flashy, okay? Something they can show off. Your partner does not need. Now remember, I'm qualifying each one of these claims with the word need, because they do not need extravagance, right? And I know that there are people who want the flashy things or who want the extravagant things, right? But ask any of them if it's truly what they need. And if they're honest, they're going to tell you absolutely not. Okay? Your partner wants to feel recognized. They definitely want to feel appreciated. And every partner needs reassurance from time to time, right? You, me, everybody. And wants confirmation that they are still 100% chosen. That is what your partner needs from you. Confirmation. So how do we get this right? Give you guys the push-ups I owe you. And we'll get into how we get this right. Let go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 5, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Right? 50 for my Spanish speaking friends and members. Where were we? Why do I keep going from push-ups to this hill? I want each of you to consider starting a little observation list. For those of you with good memories, this could be a mental list. But I want you to start it today, okay? You are listening to this podcast today. My voice, my heavy breathing, my hill suffering is fresh right now. Start this observation list today, not tomorrow, not next week. Don't make time for it. Start this list today. And I want you to take notes of what your partner mentions. I want you to take notes of the things your partner uses on a daily or at least near daily basis. Okay? And of course, take notes of the things that your partner needs. Now, sometimes, especially as men, I'll speak for myself, we don't even realize that we need something. Okay? Case in point. I will wear socks until they look like ankle bands. Okay? There will be no fabric inside of my shoes. I'll still wash those socks. the hole is bigger than the sock itself. And I'll wear them like there's some kind of cotton ankle bracelet. Okay? So clearly, I may need socks, right? From time to time. Well, if you're with me, you observe that, you know, you've actually probably said, listen, you need socks, right? So, or whatever it is for you guys that your partner will just wear and wear and wear, or use and use and use. And they're just not thinking about it. It still works, so they're still going to use it or wear it. You want to pay attention to this, but from here on out, you want to take note of this. Additionally, I want you to try saving a consistent amount of money every paycheck until you meet the savings goal that you set for your partner's gift. Okay? And consistency is what's important here. Give yourself an amount. All right? So don't say you're trying to save $500. Then today, you have that first $400. You won't be spending that $500 for this gift for another 8 months. So then you're like, now all I need to do is save $25 from each check. And then that's only 2 months of saving if you get paid bi-weekly, or 1 month of saving. It rarely works that way, guys, because in your brain, you know, you have time to continue to save towards this $500 goal, and you will dip into that $400 that you just plopped in to this specialty account. Okay? Build your budget slowly and intentionally. What I mean is, don't try to add extra money just because you got a few extra dollars from somewhere, or you already have a few extra dollars right now as we're speaking about this. And look, chat, at the end of the day, you don't impress someone you've loved for 19 years. You don't try to impress someone you've been with for a year, 3 years, 4 years. I said 19 years because that's how long this young lady has been with her partner, her husband, who sparked our conversation for today. When you have time in, when you're vested in a committed relationship, you want to do things for your partner that remind them that they are still seen and that they are still chosen. Because just living together, spending time together, sleeping in the same bed together, over time, for a lot of people, these things become routine. I'm not saying that they're not important, but some of us, we need to be reminded, okay? So remember that. Remember that. And the best gifts aren't the ones sitting on a shelf in a store. Let's get that out the way right now. They're the ones that become a part of someone's life every single day. So, I hope you get that. That means that thing could be sitting on a shelf in a store somewhere, or in a warehouse at Amazon. But there's no way that you and all your friends or all your coworkers, ladies, can buy the same exact gift. Perfect gift. You watch the same YouTube video, right? There's no way that's going to have the same impact for all of your partners. And men, I shouldn't even have to say this to you. You know that the same applies to you. So be careful when you're using TikTok and social media, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Google, ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Claude, whatever it is that you use, be careful. Let these things be inspiration, okay? Let them be inspiration only. Because the people making these videos have no idea who your partner is. They've never observed your partner. So you have to take the information that you're researching and apply it to your unique personal situation. I'm going to end this today right here. I could continue as I continue my box squats and push-ups, but it's Friday. I want to get home. I want to take a shower, and I have a lot of things to do today. If you are subscribed to me on YouTube, or if you've downloaded the podcast, I appreciate every single one of you. Keep walking, keep exercising, keep taking care of yourself. That is number one, okay? So that you can be there for your partner mentally, physically, and emotionally, and your children, okay? And you truly do grow and mature comfortably, okay? You're listening to Speaking Smashinese. My name is Coach Sumo. I hope to walk with you guys in the next episode. Ciao.